Hello everybody, welcome to a nice little tutorial on how to imitate and create a Atokad thumbnail. Now, as a big Atokad fan myself, I love his really quality thumbnails, and I'm sure other people appreciate his work too. So I'm going to show you guys how to imitate, because, you know, imitation's the best flattery, whatever that means. So, his style and the way he makes his thumbnails. So I'm going to open up Photoshop. I'm fairly certain Atokad can't afford Photoshop and probably just uses MS Paint and some like online editor. But we don't have time for such complications. So we're going to go ahead and open these two files I already have downloaded. I just choose this game on the random because it seems like an Atokad game because it's free. Not very scary, but it has elements of horror just enough so we could fake being scared, and it's probably easy on a CPU so you can live stream easier. So, I go ahead, this game is about a mansion, so I went ahead and downloaded this file of a little mansion. It's got to be 920 by 1080p, just so it can be used as a proper thumbnail. And what you can go ahead and do here is go to Image, well actually beforehand, go to Blur, Field Blur, and just go ahead and use the default options because I don't think Atokad has the time to wait for this to pre-render. So here it is, and then you go ahead and go to Image, Adjustments, and Black and White. You see, you can't worry about the background contrasting with the foreground if the background just has black and white, the easiest things to put something on. So now that we have our barely related image to the video game, we could go ahead and copy and paste this image of a character. Now, when looking for a character for the video game, make sure to just go ahead and Google transparent background and not worried about having to crop it out, even though it's the easiest thing literally anyone can do. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Edit, Free Transform, or Control T to you experienced Photoshoppers. If you're experienced with Photoshop, why are you watching this video? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna scale up this character to the point of being comically large and just looking terrible. But you're not gonna worry about that. Let me go ahead and do that again. And then instead of what you would normally do and putting it in the corner and slanting it, what we're going to want to do is just go ahead and place the character in the dead center like an idiot. So here you go, apply the transformation. Looking good so far, but you may notice there's something missing, and that's the text. I went ahead and downloaded the text for this project beforehand, but what I recommend doing is just going ahead and Googling edgy font cursive, or just edgy font. That's how I found mine in exactly 5 seconds, and I'm sure that's how Atokad searches for his fonts himself. Now don't worry about licenses for any of these images, because, well, you can barely afford video games to play, so I wouldn't worry much about licenses. So what you're gonna have to do is just type in the name of the game. I think this is a spooky jump scare. Let me drag this out a little bit. We can center it by hand later, because using Photoshop to actually center it is completely ridiculous and requires us to watch a tutorial. So spookies, I think they use capitalized, I can't tell, I don't care. Spooky Jump Scare Mansion, that is very good. So we go ahead and just move that down a little bit. I think it deserves a resizing, just by a tad. Don't put too much effort into this, it'll just show. Yeah, there we go. Spookies, oh dear. Where did the mansion bit go? Hold up, give me a second. This is a complication, something I'm sure Atokad doesn't experience much, being a experienced thumbnail maker. So instead of trying to mess with this, I'm just going to, well actually I can't. Gosh darn, that would also take effort. While recreating a Atokad thumbnail, think to yourself, how hard do I have to work to do this? And if it's like 10 minutes, it's probably too much. Alright, so we're practically done, but Atokad has been recently getting better with his thumbnails. So we're gonna do something, you probably right-clicked and clicked on this on accident. Blending options, it's pretty much, you can add effects to text without caring. So let's just go ahead and add an inner shadow. Yeah, that looks garbage enough to work. A stroke. Opacity, let's add barely any. Oh yes, that is looking good. Little drop shadow. There we go. I like that. And then we just go ahead. Now, I'm not digging the color too much. Oh no, it's also bright. That's pretty good because it looks god awful. So there you go. Remember, you no longer do Let's Plays. You only do live streams because Let's Plays require editing, and I don't like editing because I don't like hearing my own voice, which is makes perfect sense to me. So go ahead, add the words live stream under it if you want to go the full 9 yards, the full mile, the full kilometer, as the African kids say. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys, Atokad fans especially, understand the great amount of effort that goes into creating something like this. Make sure to drop a like, do a little subscribe, and I'll see you guys probably never...